Ho ho ho! Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, it is your host with the most, Chris Allen. I'm not going to finish that because that might be copyrighted. Back at it again with the white vans, coming to react to a new Overwatch video. Oh, what the fuck was that? Um, Either way, I'm very excited because season 10 for Overwatch at least seems like it's going to change a lot of new things. And by a lot I mean they're reverting to number 1 how things should have been and number 2 how things were in Overwatch 1. So, the biggest thing that I'm excited for season 10 is they're taking away the weekly currency you earn from doing weeklies and they're putting it in the battle pass. So essentially, it's no longer weekly currency. You're not getting 60 cents a week. You're getting all of it in the battle pass, hopefully. And they increased it to, I think, from 540 to 600, because I think it would equal out to 540. Now, I could be wrong. It could be the shitty free currency. I don't know. And this is where I don't want to put my trust in Blizzard. But from all of my researching and mathing out, it should be the premium currency. So that could be pretty good, and it's going to be like everyone else does it in the Battle Pass. Now, granted, is it enough to buy the next one? No. But is it a welcome change from what it used to be? Yes. Now, overall, it might actually be worse. So, the video we're going to react to here is a little under 9 minutes. This video ain't going to be 9 minutes, so strap in. But this is where potentially looking at this, it could be pretty bad, right? They might, so every season I believe is 2 months, so we'll equate that to what, 8 weeks. So every week you get 60, right? So 60 times 8 is about 480. So for free, if you grind your fucking brains out, because it's diminishing returns each week, so you really have to grind, you can get up to 60 schmeckles per week, and there's 8 weeks, so that's 480, about, approximately. It might be a little bit more than that, but a little more, a little less, around there. This is where, if they put it in the battle pass fully and they have a free track and they have a paid track, can you get at least 480 from the free track? And if you can, perfect, great, nothing has changed, it's neutral, it's just easier to earn. Because more often than not, I don't even finish the weekly, so I don't earn the full 60, but I'm way past done with the battle pass. So hopefully I can stop playing this godforsaken game earlier every season now. But regardless, they could be stingy as fuck, which is how I'm assuming they're going to be, and they could actually lock a lot of the free currency that you could have earned of the 480 past the paywall of the battle pass. So instead of offering you 480 for free, it could offer you, like, let's just say 300 max for free unless you buy the pass. So it could be good, it could be bad. Overall, it's out of our control, and for me, I don't want to spend money on this game. So as long as I could just get whatever I can get earlier and not have to come back every week to look at the overpriced, overinflated shop, I'm fine with that. Now, on the gameplay side, we're getting Hanaoka finally. It's like they're not doing anything else with their time since PvE was canceled, except making the stupid ass fucking I forgot what it's called. It's like the stupid new mode on the map that looks like unfinished. It looks like a testing map. But yeah, season 10 seems to be at least a little exciting, so let's see what they're gonna do. Now, in the title, they say competitive defense matrix and more. Defense matrix is interesting. I didn't expect them to change Diva, potentially. And competitive, this game isn't competitive. The competitive's fucking dead. So let's see what they're doing.
Good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I just reacted to a league thing where I said the same thing that Overwatch is doing, that Riot's now kind of copying, is for their dev updates now, they're kind of being a little bit more human, believe it or not. Like they're done with all the like corporate, very serious, very respectful talk. They're actually showing a little bit more personality or a little bit more like of a loose leash, if that makes any sense. So it's not fully, off the hook, but they're trying to be a little bit more human at least. For Bobby Kotick's sake. He needs another mention.
Hey everyone,
Hi.
I'm Gavin Winter,
Hey
Senior
there,
Systems
Gavin.
Designer on the
Wow.
Overwatch team.
Okay.
We're
I love
back
his
with
shirt.
another developer update to talk to you a little
Not
bit
all the
about some of
heroes
the upcoming
anymore, though.
competitive changes. My teammate, Senior Research Scientist Natasha Miller, will tell us about updates to Defense Matrix a little later.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we heard from Aaron that heroes are coming out of the Battle Pass and they'll be available for free the day they launch.
Thank God. I wonder how that's going to affect rank, though.
He also talked about the new Mythic shop as well as the upcoming Clash playtest. He closed with a little sneak peek at what.
And there's new game mode. I forgot about all this shit because I barely care about Overwatch anymore. However, I will go over this quickly. Now, I already said my opinions about these before, but I'll kind of condense it into here. Number one, old mythics being able to be earned is good, especially because from what they said, it seems like you can choose how far you want to earn it, because each one is going to need like progress, right? Each one's going to need a commitment of your current battle pass from what it looks like. So if you want to unlock all the colors, all the styles, all the options, you could, but it's going to take away from what you could get from the other people, at least for that battle pass. So I like how they're giving you options. Now, overall, I personally don't like this. And that's because I think the mythic skins that were in the battle pass were like, you were either there, you use it, you sorry, not use it, but you either get it or you're shit out of luck. I like things being rare. I like things being limited time. I think it adds value to it. Because if you give it to everyone, it decreases in value. Now, granted, is my opinion, does it matter? Well, ultimately, no, no one's does. It's whatever they decide and whatever makes the money. But overall, for me, I don't like this. However, is this a better decision for the overall player base and for them monetarily? Absolutely. It's already adding more value to the battle passes, which I think were severely lacking, especially when compared to the shop skins. And just aside from that, people probably just want to have the old stuff. Now, granted, is there people like me out there that will get upset that these limited time things that were sort of niche and sort of rare are being given out a lot more freely now? Probably, but we're also probably in the minority. So, sucks to suck, but, you know, it's probably better overall, but I don't like it. And on the new game mode, you know, we'll see. We'll see if it's good or not.
What we're covering in this developer update. Season 10 is just around the corner.
Finally.
And we're excited to share these changes with you, starting with how we're updating the way you can play with friends this season. So let's talk about exactly how that'll
I think
work.
Defense Matrix is like
We think Overwatch is at its best when you're playing with friends. So our new system in Season 10 lets any rank group with any other rank.
Wait,
that means,
what?
for example, if you're Plat and you've never been able to group with your friend in Bronze,
Which you
will
shouldn't.
be able to do that now. We'd refer to your group as a wide group because you and your friend are pretty far apart. There are some trade-offs for wide groups, though. If they only play against other wide groups, the queue times could be longer, and the matches will be sillier.
Oh yeah, perfect.
We'll still use our role delta tech to try to match you against similarly shaped groups.
Oh, good luck.
If you're a Plat tank and your friend is a Bronze support, we'll try to find another Plat tank and Bronze support to match you to against. At the end of a wide match, you'll see a new modifier, just for this system. Avoiding boosting is really important to us. So the wider your group is, the less your rank will change after any match.
Oh, damn.
If you're Bronze and you're grouped with a champion player, you can expect almost no change to your rank, regardless of the outcome. We expect all this to be a huge match quality win for our solo players, because they'll never play against wide groups. We think of groups that are close in rank as narrow. So narrow matches will only be solos and narrow groups. All this means that you'll be able to choose whether you want to prioritize the highest match quality or playing with friends. We're also expecting to see fewer smurfs after these changes too, since we know some players were only creating alt accounts to play competitive with their friends.
Oh, that's true,
We've heard your request for more void slots, but having more than 3 in our current system breaks matchmaking for high skill players.
Wow.
We realize that basing our avoid count on that restriction hamstrings the system for 99% of players.
That's true.
So to add all the new features we're about to discuss, we had to rethink what it means to avoid players from the ground up. First off, we're increasing the number of avoid slots to 10.
Wow.
We're also going to let you pin some avoided players so that they never fall off your list.
Damn,
the trade-off we make to get these features is related to our next new feature. You'll now be able to prioritize your avoid list, where players at the top are most likely to be avoided. For players below Grandmaster, that's most of us, you can expect all 10 avoid slots to be reliable. But we still want to give you the tools to organize your list by how much you dislike the players on it. For our high skill players, this feature is particularly important because if we can't find a balanced match, we'll start ignoring players at the bottom of the list in order as queue time increases.
Yeah, that's true.
Another area we're addressing will bring changes to our lever penalties for unranked and competitive play. Right now, on the unranked side, our penalties kick in.
You know what's crazy? I feel like the unranked ones are overly punishing. Like, the ranked ones, make them as punishing as you possibly can, right? That's fine. Now, okay, maybe let me not say that. So, not as punishing as it possibly could be, but make it decently punishing where it's like, okay, if they have something like an internet outage or their mom is dying or some bullshit, right? Then fine, you know, they have a game. Maybe even 2. After 2, you're shit out of luck. You know, you fucked up too many times. Whether it's your fault or not, you shouldn't even be playing ranked at that point. If something's going on out of your control or in your control. I think 2 is fair. However, in regular play, I think it should be like 5 games. Like, the fact that it's 4, I feel like it's very restrictive. It's fucking casual quick play. Now again, you want the match quality even in quick play casual to not be terrible, god awful ass. But it's like still, it's like come on.
When you leave 4 out of your last 20 games, and get worse when you leave 6 out of 20.
Oh,
we aren't changing those, but we are adding a more lenient 5-minute penalty if you've left 2 out of 20, and a much more harsh 48-hour penalty if you've left 10 out of your last 20
Okay,
games.
nah, if you're leaving 10,
there aren't a lot of players leaving more than 50% of their matches, but they do exist, and we think the game...
Yeah, like 2 to 3 games, like 5 minutes, like what? I mean, I guess it's 5 minutes. That's not bad, but
game would be better without them most of the time.
Make it
on the
3,
competitive
not
side,
2.
we're closing another edge case by suspending any players that leave more than 10 matches a season. We're also going to start counting matches completed in competitive toward the 20-game window for unranked. Finally, I want to talk to you about our improved anonymity features. We already had a streamer mode, but we're making this feature more useful to all players, not just streamers.
Oh, hey,
right now,
I'm a
this
streamer.
feature is client-side only, which means it only changes how players' names appear on your screen.
So not to
the
other
big
people
change we're
you're
making
playing with,
is adding server-side functionality, which means we'll change how your name appears on everyone's screens in your match. We think this is great for players who may experience harassment because of their battle tag.
Yeah, I wonder who those people are.
And just want to queue up without any chance of that happening.
Okay.
Don't
So
forget to report
complete
players that
anonymity.
harass you or anyone else, though. And speaking of reporting, don't worry. Players in streamer mode being disruptive in text chat or voice can still be reported, avoided, and blocked, and penalties will still apply to them in exactly the same way as normal.
Good.
Because we still know their name.
I don't know why they need
behind the
to
scenes. Next,
specify that,
Natasha
but
will talk to you about our
it is
main
good.
initiatives to combat disruptive behavior.
Ooh, defense
Thank you,
matrix.
Hiya, I'm Natasha Miller, a senior research
Natasha.
scientist at Blizzard, working on
Damn,
defense matrix
senior.
for Overwatch.
He looks kind of
While
young.
we are always working in many areas of combating disruptive behavior, today I want to talk about disruptive chat.
All right.
I'll also touch on some of the tools that we're improving to help keep the community safe.
Defense matrix.
Disruptive chat can really negatively affect someone's experience in game.
Okay, now I might be jumping the gun here, right? I very well could be, but I've seen a very, very big shift. Now, granted, I grew up in the era of Call of Duty Xbox 360, right? Like, that shit was no man's land. That shit was racist, homophobic, sexist, prejudice, whatever you could fucking think of, xenophobic, anything. Anything that was there, that could have been there, was there. Like, it was terrible. You either had to, like, grow a thick skin, or you had to just cry in your fucking pillow, like, whichever one you wanted. So this is where obviously there's a difference, but that line has been so blurred now where someone could be trying to make like a joke, and granted, I know it's 2024, you can't really make those anymore, but someone could be trying to make a joke, or someone could be like doing, a little bit rough behavior, right? Like, they're trying to be just like a cocky asshole, they're trying to rile you up, right? And I think some unsportsmanlike activity is fine. It gives some flavor to the game. Now, granted, maybe I might just be too old. That might be from a bygone era, but some trash talk is good, right? Some trash talk is a little, it's camaraderie between gamers. But I'm worried this is going to go too far, and it's just going to say, like, no bad words, no swearing, no holding hands, no nothing. Or else you go to the principal's office and you get yelled at by mommy. So I really, really hope, like, disruptive chat. When they say chat, I don't know if they mean, like, just, text chat or voice chat as well. But I really hope they don't go too far with this. I really don't. Let's see.
In our focus to curb this disruptive behavior, we are taking a multi-pronged approach that will roll out over several seasons.
All right,
Today,
let's see.
I'll discuss
See
the
if the game
first
dies
2
by then.
coming out in the next few seasons.
Oh.
In our first approach, we will prevent players at endorsement level 0 from using text or voice chat.
Okay. The text chat, I can kind of understand. The voice chat, I think you're hardcore handicapping your team. Like, you really are. Granted, what are you doing to be at endorsement level 0? I don't fucking know. But I really think taking away all methods and forms of communication, and let's be real, pings are not that big of a communication tool. I mean, there's something, right? But the fact that they take away your ability to speak, if you're just at 0. Now, granted, maybe to get at 0, you really need to do some heinous ass shit. But I really don't like this level of restriction, especially in a team-based game. Now, again, if you're endorsement 0, you're probably deserving it, most likely, and you're probably not even high rank either, but that's not always the case. But most of the times it probably is. But I could just be speaking on my fucking ass right now.
To be clear, the only way to get to endorsement level 0 is by having your account actioned for an in-game infraction.
Okay, so you already have to be punished. Never mind. I take back most of what I said.
Even brand new players start at endorsement level 1.
So they're allowed to speak.
So these are players that have proven themselves to be bad actors.
Oh, okay,
so
I'm
much
glad
so
they
in the
specified
past
that.
they
I'm a little sad I didn't wait to get the context. I did jump the gun, but...
received a penalty. This feature would allow those players to take a forced break in team and match channels
I think that's
until
fine.
they work their way back up to endorsement level 1. And from
good.
there and all higher levels, chat would work as it did before. Remember, the best way to work your way back up to endorsement level 1 is to demonstrate good teamwork
got one kill.
by trying your best, helping your team, and using the in-game ping system.
Yeah, go
In our second
ping,
approach,
fuck.
we will remove chat functionality for spectators.
Thank God. That shit was more annoying than anything. Spectators would just come in and they would just be like, someone leave the game. Someone leave the game. Oh, you're doing the worst on the team. Leave the game so I could join my friend. I want to join. Like, why are you in this game? I literally had a whole match where the spectator was just like shit talking. Thank God it wasn't me. But they were just shit talking. I was like, you're not even in the game. Like, shut up. Because now the teammate is typing back to them and it's just making it a worse experience for everyone. I'm like, this is so annoying. This is so stupid. People could literally just spectate the games and just start harassing people. It's like, it's dumb. And you know that's what they're going to do. Because we're gamers, so.
Spectators don't have an in-game need to use the chat channel.
They really
and
don't.
by removing their ability
really
to chat,
don't.
we remove a channel that is increasingly being used by bad actors.
Thank God. That's
Along
actually
with these
good. I fully agree.
We are looking at making it easier and faster to report any reportable offense mid-match.
Oh.
At the moment, our numbers indicate that most reporting is done towards the end or post-match.
Well, yeah, no,
and
that's
one
in the
reason
middle
for
of the
this
game.
is that it's not quick to report mid-match.
That's true.
However, this could put pressure on players to remember that they need to report, who to report,
Yeah,
and
sometimes
what to
I
report
forget
them
they're
for,
not wrong.
all after the match. And at that point, they are likely more interested in just starting the next match.
Yeah.
So we are hoping that by making it faster to report mid-match, more players will use the reporting
How the fuck
system.
are they gonna make it faster?
This is very important because we rely on players to help us know what is happening in matches so that our mitigation systems can be more effective and reliable.
Okay.
Overall, making Overwatch a
I feel like they're about to start using Chat GPT to like learn who to ban and like how to ban people.
safer community.
They want
to
to make it like better known.
Player feedback is a vital part of improving and optimizing these types of
Chat
features.
GPT, they need
so we want to
data.
create even more avenues for you to share your thoughts with us.
That season was
In
so
season
terrible.
11, we're introducing the first iteration of player surveys into
Oh,
Overwatch 2.
no way. Are they
This
actually going
won't
to listen?
happen after every game because survey participants will be chosen at random
League
among the
does
player
this
base.
too.
The
Huh.
survey will be prompted after the progression screen at the end of match flow. This means that you'll be able to watch the play of the game, give endorsements, and review progression without getting interrupted.
Okay.
Once the progression screen is closed,
While you're
the
in
survey will
fucking,
prompt
while you're in your 5-minute queue to get into the next game,
the player for their feedback.
and instead of looking at custom games where it's always 1v11 dad versus kids, fucking Mercy Doomfist parkour up my ass, you could actually do something productive,
Both console and PC players will get
which is answering questions about Overwatch.
the option to give us feedback via a QR code.
Okay, they fucked up. If you're having it by a QR code, I'm not getting my phone and scanning that shit. I'm too lazy. They fucked up here.
PC players may
Terrible.
also choose to open the link in a separate browser.
Okay, that's fine. PC
Surveys will
players are
ask
good
questions about the game, including new modes, events, features, and how you feel about
I guarantee you the only people who are going to do this, or not the only people, 90% of the people who are going to do this are people who are mad and are angry about something. When people like something, they rarely say it. Like, they rarely review it. You're only going to get the review if it's something that went wrong, most of the time.
the way we're mitigating disruptive play. We're excited for this feature, and we look forward to continuing to improve the game as we gather your
The
feedback.
Larry can't aim.
These are just a few of the things we have been working on in this space. We will continue to bring you updates on
So this
our
is the
progress
defense
mitigating
matrix part,
disruptive
I
behavior
guess? Oh, they
via
didn't
the
add
defense
chapters,
matrix
wow.
blocks, which
Oh,
will
yeah,
get a
okay. It
refresh
is
in the
defense
coming
matrix,
seasons
nice.
to include even more on the impact this work is having in the community through
Wow.
transparency metrics. Defense Matrix
Ah.
and competitive will always be core to Overwatch, and we'll continue iterating, improving, and of course listening closely to your feedback
What the fuck
on the
happened to
systems.
Torbjorn's beard
so
there?
please keep
Oh,
sharing your thoughts
God.
with us, and we
Shit
can't wait to
glitched
show
out.
you what we've been working on in Season 10 and beyond.
Yeah, it really seems
See you
like
soon.
season 10 is like the big like turning point. Maybe things could
Not
get
be
better.
getting an outtake out of me today.
Well, that clip just came off. Any reportable event.
And they get
Wow.
and they get worse.
Look, they're showing the bloopers. Remember, I said they're trying to be more human.
Every and reliable.
You got so close to the end.
Alright, he's coming back.
I like how like human the people recording it sound. They sound really happy and like full of like vigor and emotion, like most of us.
For another pass.
Circling.
Wow. Okay, that was pretty good. Honestly, again, right? Overwatch has to do a lot of I don't even know if I should call it damage control. A lot of like turning stuff around and basically working their way back up to the starting line. Granted, this is where it's not impossible. It's Overwatch, it's Blizzard. If they've showed anything, they've showed they could come back or at least be a cockroach and not fucking die. So people will very, very often forget the bad things if you just show them a couple good things, right? It's just what have they seen recently, right? Now, granted, Overwatch has proven to be more than going beyond what I thought they could do in terms of what's bad. But they can always come back. I feel like they could. Now, granted, will it be for the same people? Maybe, maybe not. But is Overwatch dead or is it dying? I don't know. I'm honestly on the tipping scales. I want it to die, kind of. I'm still salty about stuff. But things are improving. If the game actually improves in more meaningful ways, which I doubt it will, you know, that would be obviously better. But I do see Overwatch getting better from here, but that's not good because, as I always say, where is the starting line where Overwatch should have started? And by Overwatch, I mean Overwatch 2. Where should this have started? Not where is it now and where is it going? Where should it have begun? And I still think we're not there, personally. Will we ever get there? God, if I fucking know. But either way, that's the dev update. I'm a little excited, not too excited again. I feel like it's all going to come crashing down soon because Blizzard, or at least the Overwatch team, keeps knowing how to fuck up their shit. But, you know, pretty interesting stuff, not bad. I hope everyone liked this, and I hope everyone watches me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel, where I stream live every so often. Anyway, that's it.